Good morning, guys, from Cusco, Peru, and our lockdown. Things are getting worse. So until a few days ago, these masks were optional, and now they're obligatory. You get in trouble if you go by a cop without it on. Look at this, everything is closed. So I thought it was surprising. On the first and second day of lockdown, our Airbnb was facing a main street. And after the lockdown for those first couple of days, we would open our door just to get some air, not even really go out there, but we would see that people would be gathered and people were walking around. They didn't have masks or anything. It made it seem like the lockdown wasn't a necessary thing, that people weren't going to take it seriously. But then over time, over the last couple weeks, it's just gotten worse and worse. We only go outside to get food. We go for a little walk right around our neighborhood, and we stay away from people. But when we go outside, there is almost nobody out these days. And every single person you see, they're going to be wearing the mask, because now it's mandatory. And now I think this is a new rule, but there are no alcohol sales. There are new rules set in place every day that we didn't know the day before. And so something we noticed a few days ago was when I was looking at beer, this lady said no cerveza. She wouldn't sell beer to us. And then today we were trying to get some wine. They sold it to us, but then they said you have to hide it in your backpack. They told us after they sold it to us. So we think it's not actually allowed to sell alcohol right now. I'm not really sure why that would be. That might be to keep people from socializing, from getting together. I'm not really sure. If you know, please leave a comment below. We really don't know if this is really a rule, if this is being enforced, and what it means. The lockdown started out as a 15-day thing in Peru, and now it's been extended twice as long. And there are a lot of talks saying that it could be 3 months in all. It could be 6 times as long as it was at first. So we've been staying near the historic center, and so sometimes we have to go through the main plaza to get to the bigger grocery stores. And so we've been going through there since the beginning of this, since the first couple days. And when we did that before, there were more people walking through, and there was a police presence, but they weren't really doing anything. And so people were taking pictures and, you know, taking it slow. But now there's pretty much nobody. You have to go through really fast. You can't take a picture or anything. The police seem to stare you down. It's kind of a really hostile environment now, and it's just getting worse and worse that way. I keep hearing things about people getting imprisoned if you break the curfew, if you get together with too many people, if you're out on the street too much. You can be in prison for up to 10 years for not complying with the rules.
Didn't touch it.
So I haven't really left the house in a few days, just for a little walk around the neighborhood. But today we're gonna go a little bit further and get some food, because we're out of almost everything. Alright, we just got some more food, like we do every 3 days. And we got pretty much the same food, right, as we always get?
Yeah, we asked for black beans, but they didn't have any.
To everyone that's trying to give us recipes and tell us we should cook more, we'd love to. But the place that we have near us, Gatos, it really doesn't have that much. And so we don't really know what to do. We can try to go further, but we're not sure if the police want us to go further and spend more time outside. So what do you think we should do? We did hear of one supermarket that might be about a mile away, but we would have to walk all the way there, through a bunch of checkpoints.
And carry all the heavy groceries back to our place.
Now we're gonna go back to a market if we can, the San Blas market, and try to get some fresh produce because they don't have it there. All right, back to the San Blas market where we're gonna get our fruits and vegetables and hopefully something different.
We are so lucky that this place is literally a 2-minute walk from us. We don't know what we just got, but this is about 50 cents. And mushrooms, which were about $2. We're being healthier. Sprouts, mushrooms, what is this?
Chard or something like it. Broccoli. And this broccoli, it was like how much? 50 cents?
50 cents. How do you even begin to cook that? We got mostly the same things we usually do. Slightly different. We found some American cornflakes, which we love. We put bananas on those. Add some flavor. Granadilla. If you checked out the fruit video that Alex and I did where we tried a bunch of different fruits from Colombia, this one was in there. Very good. Tomatoes. Some bread or pan. Cheddar cheese that we wrap around beef sticks for a snack. Some guanabana yogurt, which is delicious. And the new thing we got today, potatoes. So we can boil these, mash them up, and put some stuff on it.
Got some hot dogs, some cheese, some milk, some more cheese and beef sticks. So we're trying to be healthy. We got some sprouts. And the thing is here we have to wash them, and we don't really know how because we can't use the tap water in Peru. So I think we're gonna use a bowl and this gallon of water, and we're just gonna rinse them a couple times.
The most reported coronavirus cases in the world, surpassing China. That number is now more than 100,000.
I love mushrooms.
I just read an article about these Australians who were stuck in this hostel. So people that are stuck in hostels, it's a really bad situation. You're stuck in this small area with a bunch of people and no refrigerator. You don't have your personal space. You have to share everything, and most likely very small, uncomfortable beds. And so I read this article about these Australians who are here in this hostel, and one of them or a couple of them tested positive. And I'm guessing the couple people that got tested positive, they went to the hospital, but the other people that are stuck in the hostel, they are now not allowed to leave the hostel. Could be for up to a few months. And if they leave the hostel at all, they could face 10 years in prison. So yeah, it's starting to feel a little bit like we're in a prison now. And I know that we're not alone, that it's like this all over the world. Just explaining our situation, and I know it's better here than it is in many places. I was seeing clips from India. People that break the rules of the quarantine, they get flogged. They get hit with sticks in the road. Taking a flight home is not really an option. It would be leaving a place where it's really not that bad and going into where it's potentially gonna be the worst. And I don't even think it's hit its peak yet. Probably not even close. New York, it's getting really, really bad. California, it's pretty bad. That's where I'm from. So chances are that we're gonna be stuck here for, I don't know, 1 to 3 months. Who really knows if it's gonna continue on this way and get worse? Do you want postcards from around the world? Right now I am writing and drawing on postcards to my subscribers. If you want to join my Patreon, click the link below. You'll be supporting the channel and you'll be getting something pretty cool with a drawing from me. Hey, thanks for making it all the way through this video. If you want to watch more, click one of these videos. Subscribe because I'm traveling all around the world and I'm sharing the whole thing with you. Thanks.